going on, everybody? It's Creative Myth back here in the flesh, and as you see, I'm playing more Dark Souls 2, and I'm in a Brightstone Cove, Seldora. Okay, in this place, it's not too hard. It's probably a little annoying, but we gonna get through this. No problem. Here's the first person I gotta kill, and there's a guy behind me, and I didn't effectively evade him. So let's do some of this. Hopefully, I get the double kill right there. Bang bang. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking about the NBA contracts. Because if you've been following like the NBA and like the trades and the drafts and stuff like that, you would know that some of these contracts that they're giving out to some people, it's kind of ridiculous. Now, you know, back in the prime days of, you know, Kobe Bryant and Garnett, you know, people who was like true great stars of the NBA, and even like a Shaq, even though Shaq is a great star, but you know, like the great stars of the NBA, their contracts was looking very nice. Like they was getting like high 20s. If they lucky, they get like a cool 30. But like, that was their max contracts back then. But nowadays, they giving 20 out to anybody nowadays. They giving 20 mil to anyone who asks for it. If you ask for 20 mil, they'll give it to you. And that's a fact. Like, anyone who wants 20 mil, they basically come up and say, here's 20 mil for you. You want the 20 mil? Here's 20 mil. They even giving out contracts to people who don't deserve it. The first person that I'm gonna bring up, this is the biggest contract in NBA history. Now, I'm not saying that this person doesn't deserve it, but I'm not saying that he does deserve it. I'm saying that in some way he does deserve it, because, you know, he was kind of getting a little underpaid for all his hard work and talents the previous seasons, so he kind of deserves it. Chef Curry, the guy who just won back-to-back MVPs in 2015 and 2016, and the guy who has 2 championships. His contract is 5 years, $201 million. Now, if you don't have a calculator sitting next to you, or you don't know how to do math, that's $40 million a season. $40 million a season. I've never seen anybody in my lifetime get $40 million for anything. He got $40 million for playing basketball, and he out there balling. Don't get me wrong, he out there, he balling. He's Chef Curry with the shot. You heard when Drake said it, Chef Curry with the shot. So he balling out there. Don't get me wrong, but 40 mil, that's just a lot. But like I said, he kind of does deserve it, because I believe in his previous seasons he was getting a little underpaid. He was only getting underpaid because early on in his career he was like a little like injury prone a little bit. So like they didn't think that he would like break out to be this great player. Little did they know that he was a monster, and that people will be paying tribute to his shot. Chef Curry with the shot. As soon as you hear Chef Curry with the shot, what does your mind instantly go to? Chef Curry. Alright, now that contract was a big contract, a good contract, and I'm happy he got that contract, you know. And by the way, everyone that I mentioned on here, you know, I'm happy that they got this contract. With them getting this contract, that means that their team is doing something right. And why is there so many guys here? Okay, there's a lot of guys. Woo! But yeah, so I'm happy that everyone got their contract, you know, because that lets you know that their management is doing something right. The management is doing something right where they could get these contracts. Now, if your management is like Nene, like freaking Nene, which I found out Nene is not even his last name. Nene is his first name. So NBA, why you let him put his first name on his jersey? Why? But if it's like Nene and you just get a freaking doodoo contract, what is your team doing? What are they doing with their lives? Like, his contract was 3 years, $11 million. Like, what? That's all you got? That's what your team negotiated for? That's what you play ball for? 3 years, $11 million? What is that, like $3.6 million a season? That's what you play basketball for? Well, not, that's like 3.7, but you know, I ain't got a calculator with me right now. But that's what you play for. 3 years, $11 million. Like, the NBA, they're pimping him out. Nene is getting pimped out by the NBA for that little bit of chump change. But then you got people like Otto Porter making $106 million for 4 years. Now, once again, if you ain't got a calculator, 4 years, 106 mil, that's like what? $26 million a season? For Otto Porter? For Otto Porter. I'm glad he got the contract, but Otto Porter, he's a good player and everything, but $26 million? Kobe Bryant would be lucky if he got $26 million. Michael Jordan would have been lucky if he got $26 million. And why are these spiders not coming out? Get out of there. And I just want to say that I don't like this area because look how these spiders are jumping back. Like, look at that. Look at that. Okay. Okay. I didn't plan on dying today, so I'm not gonna die. But yeah, Otto Porter. That's a lot of money for him. And I'm not saying that he don't deserve it because he is a good player. And you know, he put up good numbers and everything. But he's not even the best player on his team. And he's making $26 million. And these spiders, like, they're really getting on my nerves now. Since when were they this tough? Roll. Swing. Okay. I used too much Estus there, and I didn't want to do that. But then another player, Gordon Hayward, he got traded to this. Well, not traded. He went to the Celtics for 4 years, $128 million. Now, Gordon Hayward, great player. Safe to say that he was the best player on his team. Will he be the best player on the Celtics? Only time will tell. I don't know. He might be. He could be. Isaiah Thomas is a great player. Gordon Hayward is a great player. So we'll just see how that works out. We'll see how it works out. Let me open this. I hope it's not a mimic. Nope. And one thing about this, I'm actually playing online right now. That's why you see the blood stains and all, like the little ghosts walking around. But yeah, Gordon Hayward, his contract, I would say it's, does he deserve it? Probably because he is, like I said, he is a great player. Now, let me do my math right here. Okay, 4 years, 128 million. Now, if my math is correct, that is $32 million a season he's making. 32. 32. Like, just think about that. $32. I mean, $32 million, not $32. That's when you're really getting pimped out if you get $32. But $32 million. Now, you're going to tell me, and I'm going to go human just so maybe I could see someone summon sign here or something. I don't know. You never know. But $32 million. Like, some of the great NBA players, some of the best players of all time didn't even see $32 million a season. I don't even think Kobe Bryant saw $32 million a season. I don't even think Michael Jordan saw $32 million a season. Now, you could go and fact check me on all this, you know, because I got my facts online on Google, okay? And, you know, not everything on Google is correct. So, if you hear something that I say that sounds kind of off, you know, just go and fact check for yourself. Okay, someone else. George Hill. George Hill, you know, pretty good, decent player. He's making $57 million for 3 years. Once again, if my math is correct, and that hurt a lot, so I'm gonna do this. That hurt even more, so I have to go over here and heal up. And I just want to say this: if I do die to this boss, I'm gonna act like it didn't happen. Okay, so yeah, George Hill, 57 for 3 years. It's pretty good. Like I said, I'm happy these people got the contract, but 3 years, 57 for George Hill? Like, come on. Like, they really giving contracts to anybody nowadays. To anybody nowadays. Anyone who asks for money, they will give you a contract. I guarantee, if I go up to the NBA right now and tell them to give me a contract, they will give me a contract. And I bet you they give me a contract better than Nene. And I'm not even in the NBA. And they will give me a contract better than Nene. Like, come on. Okay. Then Paul Millsap. $90 million for 3 years. 3 years. Now Paul Millsap, once again, he's a great player, but $30 million a year? Like, the NBA, like, they're really just throwing money away. They are really, like, they're throwing so much money at anybody and everybody. It's kind of crazy. Then you got Serge Ibaka, $65 million for 3 years. JJ Redick, $23 million for 1 year. JJ Redick? That guy who I doubt if he could even make a play. Yeah, he's a pretty good shooter, but I don't even know if he has good ball handling skills. I don't know if he could do anything besides run and shoot. But he's making $23 million a season. Oh my gosh. NBA, y'all gotta, like, think about how y'all spending y'all money. Then you got Drew Holiday, 5 years, $126 million. Like, that's, like, it's crazy. Like, this is crazy. Like, the amount of people that's making, like, $23+ million a season, and they're not even all-star players. That's the thing about it. Some of these people is not even star players. It's gonna come to a point where the NBA, they're gonna just realize that they're giving some people just too much money, and they gotta make reasonable contracts for people. Because I remember for Kobe's last 2 seasons, when he was making I think it was like 24 million for the first. No, he made, yeah. I believe it's like 24. It was like 2 years, 48 or 49 million he was making, and people were saying that he's making too much. Now, if you can say Kobe Bryant is making too much with 44, I mean with 24 and 25 million dollars a year, you have to be crying right now. That Otto Porter, that Otto Porter is making this much money. JJ Redick is making 23. Paul Millsap making 30. Like, if you think that Kobe Bryant was making like too much money, if you was one of those people who was saying that, oh, Lakers is spending too much and stuff like that, saying that he's making too much and everything, fuck Kobe, he don't deserve all that money. If you're one of those people, you have to be crying that everyone is making this much. Dang it, I freaking missed it. And he's still there, but I can't get him. But these contracts, it's just a lot of money. That's basically my point. These contracts is a lot of money. So I think I'm gonna end the video right there. I hope you like this little rant, sort of rant I went on. You could kind of call it a rant. I hope you enjoyed me talking about these contracts and stuff. Like I said, if you're listening and if you think I said anything that's not factually correct, feel free to just go fact check. And when you do fact check, if I did say something wrong, just write it in the comment section, or you could just at me on my social media, which is always in the description down below. So go in the description and follow me on Twitter and Instagram and Google Plus too, which I'll probably put there because I'm actually more active on Google Plus, because Google Plus is actually pretty good. I like it. Oh, and another thing with Google Plus, if you want to see like arguments, like just straight up arguments about basketball, just go on Google Plus and join the NBA basketball community. In the NBA basketball community, it's literally arguments in every single post. Like, it's literally just, I'm not talking about it's kids, no, I'm talking about it's grown men sitting at home on their phone or computer just arguing about basketball. And I'm talking about like they getting personal with basketball. People like they taking basketball to heart right now.
However,
Me, I love basketball as much as the next person, but I don't take basketball personal unless you're talking about Kobe, okay? Because once you talk about Kobe, I'm on you. So don't talk about Kobe like that, alright? Kobe the GOAT. But yeah, so besides that, I don't take basketball that personal. But people, they go in like an uproar over basketball. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the video there. No, I'm gonna show you my stats too. You know, just so y'all could take a glimpse of how terrible my stats is for my Darkcaster. But yeah, so hit the subscribe button down below. Like the video to show some support. Comment down below what you think about these contracts. If you think these people deserve these contracts. If you think these people don't deserve the contracts, you can write that in the comment section down below. Share this video on your social media with your friends, your family, your dog. Tell your neighbor about this video, okay? Because I know your neighbor is sitting out there right now looking at these contracts and he wants to watch the video too. So tell your neighbor, tell everyone, you know, go tell your boss about this, okay? He might fire you, but at least you told him about my video. So I see you guys in my next video, which will be a Minecraft video. I have something cooking up in the Minecraft. It's something that I've kind of been planning for a while now. I just haven't like built it up. So I'm gonna start building it today. So that'll be good, and I'm gonna enjoy it. So stay tuned for that video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace out.